similar planets, but it's different. He grabbed them and threw them back. That's so cool. Hello, Shotgun Squirrel here, and welcome back to another episode of Countdown to Infinite. Today we are playing Swords of Sanghelios, which is a Halo 5 Guardians mission, and yeah, I'm actually really excited about this one. So we're going to go on to they say it's Sanghelios, don't they? I've always called it Sanghelios, but you're right, it should be Sanghelios. Anyway, they're going to Sanghelios. To when evidence reveals the Master Chief is in danger, Fireteam Osiris' mission changes from retrieval to rescue. So the plan is, apparently in Sanghelios there is a Guardian that is sleeping and dormant, hasn't yet been activated, and the idea is that they're going to try and board it so they can get to what we now know is Genesis, the planet Genesis, which is where the Master Chief and Cortana and all of that stuff is. And at the moment, the Sangheli... See, I've always known it as Sangheli. It sounds weird. But then again, I call the grunts Ungogi, even though they're Ungoi. But whatever. The problem is you learn a lot of these words from reading the books. So, of course, you just read them in your head in however you read them. Like, when I first read the books, I didn't call the Spartan armor Mjolnir. I called it Mongolier, because my brain just made a sound that looked vaguely like what it did in the book, because obviously Mjolnir is spelt yeah. Anyway, you get it, hopefully, and I'm not some crazy person. But yeah, I look forward to this one. It's another Osiris mission, so, you know, not Master Chief, but it should be quite cool to see their homeworld, and yeah, let's start mission. One of the really, really interesting things about the Sangheli is that they don't know their fathers. Their father's identity are hidden. Their mother's identity is known, but the father isn't, because the idea is that you should have to earn your place in society rather than piggybacking off of your father. It's so cool, such a cool ship, but I just want something to scale it for me. Oh shit, well the textures aren't loaded in. So it's quite cool that all these cutscenes are done in engine. I wonder if they're all done in engine, if some of them are rendered out. I wonder if you can tell. These ones are in engine because the textures aren't loading.
We're going to see if Halsey can learn to speak Guardian.
I'll have a briefing for you by the time we reach Sanghelios.
See you planetside.
There you go, textures loaded in now.
So, you wrote a target dossier on the Arbiter when you wrote Tony.
That was 6 years ago. What's your point?
You recommended assassinating him.
After we killed millions of our people.
So why didn't you?
Things changed.
Hey!
The Arbiter is engaged in combat.
Oh, no, it's not him. I thought this didn't look like him. Because it's not his armor, is it? But I don't know if he still... I guess he would still want the Arbiter armor? I don't know.
Planet's deep in civil war. If this all goes sideways...
I understand, sir. It's not my first mission that doesn't exist.
He's got to be like... I think he's some only Black Ops option. Like Black Ops... Well, he was. I guess he did assassinations and stuff. But yeah, it's interesting that the Arbiter would keep the mantle Arbiter. I know it's big in Sangheli culture, but it was basically a position imposed by the Prophets, right? It's basically a suicidal mission, a way of keeping them, I don't know, in their control. I do like how all of the Swords of Sanghelios is Arbiter's fighting force, and they've all gone for red as their colour, which is cool. I wonder what that decision. I wonder if they had a marketing team discussion where okay, what colour should we go for? Oh, let's go for this red because it represents maybe the colour of one of our moons or something. There we go. Or it could be the colour of the rocks. Maybe could be partially camouflage, maybe. Oh, they're so... I love how every time it gets redesigned, but it just feels like it's a new lens to look at it through. It doesn't actually have to be like a new ship, it's just a new lens to look at it from.
The Swords of Sanghelios. With
Sanghelios.
Victories and the death of Jewel and Dama, the Covenant remnants grow desperate. They have begun an assault on Vadam lands, targeting Arbiter specifically.
And Arbiter's location?
You will find Arbiter at the Elder Council chambers. Victory to clan and kin, Spartans. Maquis out.
Yeah, so...
Those buildings
go on.
over there. Sunaion. That's where the Guardian is located. Gonna need serious backup to get anywhere near it.
We need the Swords of Sanghelios. And that means we need Arbiter.
I'm impressed.
Oh, I'll talk in a
Arbiter has
second.
females in his ranks. War has traditionally been a male's job on Sanghelios.
Yeah, so war is for the men, but the thing is, she's saying that like it devalues the women, but the women actually were in charge of everything. They were literally the leaders. They were a matriarchal society. The men's whole thing was about being strong and barbarian-esque in a way, or I guess honor. Maybe it's more closer to like samurais and shit rather than barbarians. That might be the wrong terminology. But yeah, it's their whole thing was all
That's Sunaion. Where's the Guardian? Partially underwater. Sangheli built the city around the emerged part of it.
See the look at these. These are so cool. But yeah, so they. Oh, hello. Should I go for a plasma pistol? I haven't used that in a bit. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, so they're matriarchs. So the women were really valuable, but they just didn't do the fighting. It was the men that did the fighting, and the women did everything else, which is still really important. But I remember there was this great bit in the books where they talk about how when the Covenant ended, the like elites didn't know what to do with themselves because I think there's an exact line which is like, no boy wants to be a farmer. Like everyone wanted to be a warrior, so they had no idea how to basically change their entire culture to be based on that. I guess it'd be, I mean, Britain gets a bit of a bad name in terms of, oh, that's so cool.
Let the guns talk, Osiris.
See, that is really redesigned, that spirit. So maybe that is a different version of the spirit, perhaps? But interesting. That's quite cool. What was I saying? So Britain often gets like a bad reputation of any jobs that typically the British people don't want to do. So, say for example, like not trying to devalue these roles at all. Obviously, every single one is important, but you know, being like you know, stocking shelves or you know, being waste disposal, all that sort of stuff. Those types of not seen as, I guess, is it blue collar? Yeah, I think blue collar work. It's often seen as, or at least it's often, the stereotype is often that it's below the British public, and so they often hire out humans on your knees. How about you just get off the fuck? You know? It's often like said that Britain hires immigrants to do those types of things. Often, usually, like Eastern Europeans, it's usually the stereotype because we're not prepared to do those jobs, so we hire others to do it. It's a bit like that with the whole how the whole Covenant is set up. The oh, hello, Buck. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Yeah, the game really needs to give you a bit of marker when you're using a friend so you can go revive them. I had no idea. Shit. Sorry, Buck. We'll pick you up in a minute, yeah? Oh, yeah, so there's a bit how the Covenant works. You know, the Ungoi, the Grunts, they did lots of the menial tasks that, you know, the whole society basically ran on different groups doing the different jobs. And is he up? Buck, you back? Oh, no, we still got enemies, apparently. I saw the checkpoint. I thought we'd done them. And yeah, so now that was over, the Covenant, the elites basically had to start planning out how they would do the jobs that they always saw as beneath them, because everyone just wanted to be a warrior. It's quite an interesting thing. It took me for a million years to explain, but there you go.
Could try to flank it.
I can disable it, right? Yes. Aha. I'd love to see what the flanking option was now, though. Oh, shit. Get me up, guys, please. Go, 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 go. Oh, shit. Tanaka, shield, tank it. Nicely done. It's interesting getting over shield when you, oh, shit. It's interesting getting an over shield after you finish healing someone. It's a good design decision. But it's cool. Come on, guys, you can't kill a grunt? Oh, it's not actually a grunt, it's a jackal. He's gone. It's interesting, the jackals, they're all Kigyar, but there's two different terms for them, either skirmishers or jackals. I think the jackals have shields and the skirmishers don't. Just interesting.
All clear.
Right, let's go. Oh shit.
Bodies ahead. Swords of Sanghelios. Covenant must have caught him by surprise.
Shi'unse, Rema'u. Shi'unse, Rute Hade.
What's that, Vale?
Sangheli burial prayer. A warrior at birth, a warrior in death.
Arbiter's an ally, so these dead here are our brothers as far as I'm concerned.
Nice.
Agreed.
Ah.
Time for payback.
Oh shit, didn't mean to. I was trying to pick up the sword. Apologies. Get out of my way. I want this sword. That's really nice. It's nice of Buck to say, especially as he spent... I mean, we've all spent a long time fighting them.
The cabin
I just...
opens up here.
Snipers on that ridge ahead.
Stick to cover until we get them in range.
Go on. I wonder if this is the first time humans have ever been... I don't know if they might have said that and I missed it. This might be the first time humans have ever been on this planet. It's really cool to bring the Arbiter... Oh, fucking hell. Alright, where are you? Oh, up there. Anyone else? No. It's really cool to bring the Arbiter back. That's such a good decision to make. Because it's one of the things that's not really been... Alright. It's not really one of the things that's been touched on by Halo 4. It's sort of the consequences of the end of Halo 3, where the Covenant gets broken up. They really do need a new name for their groups, though, because we call them Covenant, but they're not. The Covenant was the grouping of under the Prophets. I don't think there are any Prophets involved anymore. That is a good question. I wonder what's happened to the rest of their race. I'm guessing that it wouldn't take very much to kill them all. I wouldn't gather. Although that's another interesting thing. Sorry, I keep talking all this sort of stuff I know from the books, so apologies. But I'm mostly just shooting enemies, so hopefully it's not too distracting. I'm just going to take you off. And take you off. But yeah, so the big war that happened between... So the creation of the Covenant was originally... So I can't remember what the name of the Prophets' race was. So we'll just call them Prophets, but obviously that wasn't the name of their race, but we'll call them that, the Prophets. They were in a war with the elites. The elites basically saw Forerunner stuff as, really important to their religion. Interesting that there's little lighting sources. Was really important to their religion, and therefore could not be touched. They were sacred. They weren't to be touched. Whereas the prophet species, they were all up for using it to make them stronger and more powerful. And a war broke out between them over this, I think, because the elites wanted to protect their sacred artifacts. And anyway, long story short, the elites were losing because the prophets... Oh shit! You guys are gonna have to come get me, guys. Can Buck get me? Nope, too late. I think he's gonna take us all out, isn't he? Yep, one guy's just gonna run through all of our amazing. Yes, so long story short, Prophets and the Prophets were beating the elites. The elites eventually had to agree to utilize their Forerunner artifacts. They then became stronger because of it. I also believe I'm pretty sure the reason they won is because they had the Prophets had the Dreadnought, which we see in Halo 3. It's the weird... Where is this invisible elite? There he is. Is that... Can you see me? Yes, I can. They could utilize... They had the Forerunner Dreadnought, which they utilized, I think, for a power source. That's all they could use it for was a power source. They couldn't make it fly or anything. And long story short, they're about to win, and then they came to an agreement. Basically, an alliance was formed, which was have the Sangheli be basically the enforcers, for the prophets. So the prophets would make all the decisions for the Covenant, and the elites would sort of enforce their will and have a position of authority within the Covenant that they then started creating by obviously enslaving the grunts, who were timid little creatures that couldn't do shit, and obviously the Kigyar and the hunters and everyone else in the Covenant. So that was how the Covenant formed from my... Hey buddy. That's how the Covenant formed from my memory. So now that the prophets, who probably, I don't know, they obviously still had access to technology, but I wouldn't be surprised if the elites went fully after them and took them out. I wouldn't be surprised if the elites wiped them out, just, you know, in the Civil War. But then the prophets still potentially have the brutes to support them. So maybe, because we know the brutes aren't taken out, so...
If we lose the Arbiter, reaching the Guardian at Sunaion gets complicated.
Better not leave him then. Lose him then. So yeah, so I wonder what the... There's no brutes in this game. There hasn't been actually any... That's really interesting. Why is there no brutes in this as well?
These are pre-Covenant Sangheli ruins. They were already ancient history before humanity built the pyramids.
Yeah, so... Perfect.
Covenant flying in.
So we call them Covenant. So are they still under the...
Maybe they won't notice us.
Cubbies seem convinced they can win this thing.
If they kill the Arbiter, they'll be well on their way.
What's up here? Just a nice, lovely view. Gotta love a Halo game with a big old cliff at the edge. But I guess we are on the sort of a coastal region, so it makes a bit more sense.
Reinforcements. We should hurry.
But it's interesting that there's a civil war between elites and
That's the Elder Council chamber.
Covenant.
Maquis said the Arbiter was there.
Are the Covenant now like because the Diadac's not around anymore. He's gone. That's quite a bit of that. How did you not notice that? It was a bloody frag grenade. What's here? A secret. Oh, well that's something to find. Oh, this is a pretty good find. Don't mind finding a little secret. That gives me access to a lovely little turret.
I'm coming to you now.
Got it, Maquis. Spartans, clear the shipmaster a landing zone.
Ah, she's a shipmaster. Nice. Yeah, so I'd like to understand what this new Covenant is. Is it people built around the Didact? Is it built around the prophets that's still functioning? Why are the brutes not involved? Are the brutes involved, but they're just fighting something else? Oh, hello.
Hunters! Clear the area, Osiris.
Okay, I don't know how good this is going to be, but we're going to give it a go. Oh, the sound design! Oh, and good shot. Alright, Veil coming. Thanks, Necker. Shit. Touch. I'm fine.
Working on it, Maquis.
They didn't do any shit, man. They have really buffed those up. It's awesome. I'm glad they've done it. It's cool, but guys, don't just run in like idiots. Veil, just run in and get me. Veil, get me. Okay. Wow. Alright, fair enough. That was... They're a lot stronger than I gave them credit for. See if we can get some hits on these before they drop. Oh, go on, tank the hits, tank the hits, tank the hits.
Clear the area, Osiris.
I'm gonna have to get out of this in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Oh, hello. Alright. Ah, that's what we need. Are we still there? Thank you. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. I meant to do the smash attack, but I pressed the wrong bumper. Alright, making the hunters so terrifying was definitely a good call. They back grenades, they're just so tough. Glowing green eyes, holy shit. Bye. What are worms?
I am approaching your position. Hold your fire.
Check your fire. Friendly incoming.
Your commander Palmer thought you would find these useful.
I do like the way
Hey,
Covenant
mantises.
reinforcements move on the
Menti.
outer council chamber. Time is running low, Spartan.
Hey, buddies.
We'll clear a path to the Arbiter. Just
Oh, it's so cool.
I shall await your signal.
move out.
Will he buck? Looks like Tanaka will. Unless, is there a second position?
Covies ahead!
Where is Buck gone? Is Buck inside me? I know. It's a weird way of phrasing that, but... Oh, it's like a lock-on thing. Oh, okay, they have changes up. Oh, you can paint multiple targets. Yes. Oh, there's so many improvements. This game is just so good. I can't believe I had it in my head that this was a bad game. Just appalled at myself. That is a... No, it is Buck.
Clear the area from enemies, Osiris.
I think we have, haven't we? Oh, no.
That's all of them.
Hey, nice. Oh, the Wraith looks really different. Look at that. Still recognisable as a Wraith, but yeah. I actually really like the Mantis up changes. Done such a good job. I'm still trying to work out what they've changed about what they've changed about the rockets. Like, I can seem to have the ability to charge them up, but I'm not sure why I would, because they seem to just paint targets whenever they want to paint targets. Like, I'm not holding it down to paint. They're just like, yeah, this is now a target. So I don't know. If I tap, it seems to fire them all. If I hold it, it seems to fire them all. Interesting. I see that, I just tapped it and all of them got fired, so I'm not sure. This is fun though. Ah, it doesn't look like I can fire the rockets when my gun's overheated, so that's interesting. Right, if I charge it, what does it do? It fires just the same. I just sort of hold it and then release. I don't know. I haven't tried any melee yet. Same as before. Music's awesome as well. I cannot believe I got this game so wrong. Oh, hello, Ghost. It's weird to take this long to see. Oh shit, good Wraith shot. Yeah, this feels so much better than the old Mantis. But the old Mantis felt good, don't get me wrong, but they did feel a little clunky.
Arbiter's forces are losing this fight. How much longer until you reach the chambers?
We're working on it, Maki. I'll notify you when we're ready for extraction.
I mean, you're lucky we're fucking here. Otherwise, you know, you guys will be screwed. Got him. That's a lot less of a splash than I... Fuck.
Door's opening.
Yeah, door's about to close. I don't know what killed me. I have a feeling it might have been Vale in the fucking Wraith. I think she killed me when because I was squishing a target and she'd already shot at the target. That's funny. Yeah, using this feels really good. They've definitely done some solid improvements. Oh, I thought like did that not explode last time? No, obviously got that wrong. Right, I need to take you all out. You can't hit me because wraiths are terribly designed. Because they can't shoot straight. Such a stupid designed vehicle. Like, how do they, like, considering that they have caves, like literally caves in their goddamn homeworld. I mean, I'm not saying this entire place is caves because obviously it's not going to be, but you know, they're set up prepared to fight in this area.
Arbiter's forces are losing this fight. How much longer until you reach the chamber?
Hopefully not much.
Working on it, Maki. I'll notify you when we're ready for extraction.
No, it's like
Doors opening.
you know, they kitted themselves out. They're like, okay, cool, we're gonna get the phantoms out. And it's like, well, what if the enemies are in? Shit. What if the enemies are hiding inside the ruins? It's like, oh, well, then we're gonna be completely and utterly useless. Like, have they never developed an alternative tank system? It's so funny to me. Just give it like a mini scarab laser that can shoot forward.
Standing by.
How cool would that be? Make the Wraith have 2 fire modes. Be a nice little upgrade.
We're almost there. Hurry.
If there is one sword of Sanghelios left,
Insertion pod incoming. Push through, Osiris.
I mean, I think announcing them coming is a bit late. They are already here. Oh shit! Interesting decision to make it that you can't survive being blown up in your vehicle. Makes that really risky, and considering it's a campaign mission where you're relying on your allies to not blow you up, that was an interesting choice. I guess they couldn't come up with an animation system for you to just be knocked out. I feel like that wouldn't be that hard to do. Just, you know, have a... Oh, fuck. Am I making sense? People following what I'm saying? Like, multiplayer, you don't get to revive, right? You're down, you're down. That's how life is. So this whole dying in a vehicle thing only gives you like a cost benefit
Maki, we've reached the
in
council chamber.
campaign.
Understood. On my way.
Kaidon! Soru! Keisuta!
Also, the Swords of Sanghelios only got elites. They probably do, though. They don't have any allied grunts.
he's not here.
Up the stairs. We're almost there, Maki. Get ready.
I am on my way.
Swords of Sanghelios will be victorious. Come close, traitor, and see our true Sanghelios fights.
Oh,
For
nice!
Sanghelios!
Eyes on goal. Arbiter, ready for extraction.
What is the meaning of
Come to help me out, mate. God, you're so much bigger than me. That was a cool sword. It's cool. I was going to say cool. My brain tried to say sound and sword at the same time for some reason. That was a cool sword. Oh, are we on a new level? I think we might have gone to a new level now. The loading bars are getting all mixed up. Yes, we are on a new one. This is Alliance. So Alliance is a merged. I don't know what the term is. Not merged. Why am I saying merged? You know, Meridian Station. There was a level before and after Meridian Station. Meridian Station was just walking around talking to people. Well, this is another version of it. We get to just go around and talk to the Swords of Sanghelios. Sanghelios, which is fun level. Looking forward to it. Learn some things about the Covenant and such. Yeah, that level was awesome. Really, really, really strong level. The Manti are sweet. They have, I don't know what they've done, but it just feels so much less clunky. The smash, melee attack for the mantises is still weird. I don't know why you would use it. It's just unnecessary. Because the enemies very rarely are right underneath you, but it might be a thing that's more beneficial in multiplayer for people trying to board you, I suppose. So that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, it's just a strong level. It's so nice to be on, you know, getting a bit of their culture, get a bit of idea. I love the use of downtime in this game. It's a bit like Reach, where you'd board one of the Falcons, what are they called? I think they're called Falcons. You'd board a Falcon and fly to a new area, give you a little bit of downtime, time to talk between yourselves before getting into the next combat. And here, it's instead you move around the area and you just get to take in the scenery. It's just a really solid campaign. So far, the story is fine. I'm still a bit cross, obviously, that we don't get to see Blue Team rekindle, but I can understand why they did it. I just think it was a stupid decision. I think they should have really thought about that and tried to find some way for the Master Chief to have rekindled with his team. I don't know how you would have done it, really. I guess, to be fair, you could have done it like the beginning. There's an opening cutscene at the beginning of the game where you just see Halsey talking to Locke about stuff, and then it's her and Cortana. It's a really weird cutscene that's not really made much sense yet. Replace that one with the Master Chief meeting Blue Team, and then cut to, like, you know, several days later or whatever, and now you're as Osiris. I don't know. I just think it was a silly decision. But I'm gonna stop minding that. Other than that, the story is fine. I like the idea of the AI trying to, you know, take on the mantle. I like the idea of seeing AI in all of our lives and how they're like sort of coming together. It's good. It's really solid. I don't, yeah, really enjoying it. I can't overstate that. And I don't know how much of that is because I was just taken aback by how much I'm enjoying it, or whether it really is just that good. But the gunplay is so solid. The UI is so nice to look at. The graphics are really, you know, they're gorgeous. They're great. The level design is way above, I think, any Halo game. No Halo game has had the level design that this has had. I'm trying to think of, yeah, I don't know. The only thing it's lacking, the only bad mark, is it doesn't have armor abilities, which I think was a great addition, and I think it was silly that they got rid of it. But yeah, it's top. Really enjoying it. But I'm going to stop gushing, and we're going to go on to something else. So thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Shotgun Squirrel out.